Good morning, Malacañang Press Corps. Although naka-black, happy Thursday. Welcome sa regular press briefing ni Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque.
Magandang umaga Pilipinas at magandang umaga po sa mga miyembro ng Malacañang Press Corps at welcome po sa isang news-filled Thursday. Unahin ko po muna po na nagkaroon po ng pagpupulong ang representante ng Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines sa pamamagitan po ni Vice Governor Albano at ang pagpupulong po ay naganap kasama si Secretary Anyo at si PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde. Nagpahayag po ng alarm at kabahala ang ulap sa mga napapatay na mga lokal na opisyales, no? At ilan sa mga concerns na linabas ng ulap po sa ating DILG Secretary at sa Chief ng PNP ay kung paano yung mga mayor at iba pang local government officials ngayon sa Mindanao na pinagbabawalan na magkaroon ng armas, no, dahil martial law sa Mindanao, no? At problematic din yung pagpunta sa Mindanao ng ilang mga local officials, no, dahil lahat ng tao ay pinagbabawalan na magdala ng armas sa Mindanao dahil nga po sa martial law. Linabas din po nila yung concern nila tungkol po doon sa vetting process dyan sa mga narco-lists at kung ano yung proseso para maalis yung ilang mga personalidad na wala naman pong basihan na mapasaloob doon sa mga narco-list na yan, no? Nangako naman po si Secretary Anyo at si Chief PNP na pag-aaralan yung mga concerns na ibinigay ng ulap sa kanila at magpapatuloy po ang dialogo sa panig po ng DILG, ng PNP at ng ating mga local officials. Update lang, doon po sa Halili, nakumpirma na po ng ating kapulisan na ang slug na nakuha sa labi po ni Mayor Halili is a 5.56, which indicates that the weapon used was an Armalite and not a sniper rifle, as people have earlier reported. At doon naman po sa General Tino, mayroon pong aspeto na negosyo, mayroong aspeto na politika ang tinitignan na ating kapulisan. Now, sa ating command conference kahapon po, ang sabi po ng Pangulo ay bukas pa rin naman po ang pinto sa pag-uusap para sa kapayapaan sa panig ng gobyerno at ng CPP-NPA. Basta po masunod yung kondisyon ng ating presidente na ang usapin ay sa Pilipinas, na walang collection ng revolutionary tax, na habang nakikipag-usap, mananatili sa isang lugar o mag-i-encamp yung mga miyembro ng CPP-NPA kung saan gobyerno naman ang magbibigay sa kanilang mga pangangailangan, no? So kung papayag po dito ang CPP-NPA, pwede po magpatuloy ang usapin. Samantala, ang alternatibo na po pwedeng ipatupad ng gobyerno ay yung localized peace talks. Ang sabi lang ng ating presidente, wag silang magbibigay pagdating dun sa any aspect of governance, wag sila papasok sa kasunduan on any aspect of governance, and that the local government unit should await the guidelines to be approved by the Cabinet Cluster on Security. And there will be a meeting of this Cabinet Cluster on July 12 to finalize the guidelines for localized peace talks, no? So yun po ang nangyari kahapon. Pagdating po dun sa misencounter, ang talagang sabi ng presidente, hindi talaga maiiwasan yung malungkot na pangyayaring yan. Kahit ano pang gawin nating koordinasyon, ang katutunayan dyan, yung mga NPA, kapag meron sila napapatay, kinukuha yung mga suot ng ating mga kasundaluhan at kapulisan at ginagamit sa engkwentor sa gobyerno. At ang nakakalungkot din, contrary to international humanitarian law, they no longer distinguish themselves actually because they also dress in the same fatigue uniform as our armed forces and our police, no? So pag ikaw ay nasa gubat at merong ang mga barilan sa mga taong nakapare-parehong mga suot, hindi mo na alam kung sino talaga yung binabaril. Although the President has said that the investigation should continue to avoid these kinds of misencounter and preliminary finding of the BOI is that although there was coordination, it was held at such low levels, no, na dapat siguro sa susunod ang coordination should not be left to low-ranking officials, no, and should actually be conducted at the highest level. Ang presidente is really encouraging both the PNP and the AFP to move on from this incident, to learn from this experience. Although, ang sabi nga ng Chief PNP ay hindi naman natin makokontrol kung ano talaga ang gagawin ng mga kamag-anak ng mga naging biktima sa hanay po ng kapulisan. But the President said, alam mo, this is Murphy's Law. If things will go wrong, everything can go wrong. And this is exactly what happened in the Samar Miss encounter. It's no one's fault. It's both their fault. We'll learn from it. We will have better coordination henceforth. But we offer our condolences to the family of those who were slain. But the President really wants to move on dahil wala namang gusto siguro na nagbabarilan at nagpapatayan ang parehong taong gobyerno. No? Now, on other matters, I'm pleased to announce that one of my pet bills in Congress has been signed into law. This is RA 11037, Masustansyang Pagkain para sa Batang Pilipino Act. This is the feeding program where we seek to provide free lunch to all grade school and kindergarten and children in our daycare facilities. No? This was signed into law by the President, and this aims to combat hunger and undernutrition amongst the youngest member of our society. For it is really a sin, no, that while in the past the problem was how to spend the annual appropriations budget, there are around 6 million Filipino children who still suffer from acute malnutrition. And in this regard, nananawagan po kami sa mga LGUs at sa mga magulang, makipagtulungan po tayo dahil yung pagsisilbi ng pagkain para sa ating mga kabataan, wag naman po nating iiwan tuluyan sa mga principals at sa mga guro. No? The DepEd has said that they have had best examples already on feeding programs, and those one feeding program that has proven to be hugely successful dyan po sa Combal, at matindi po ang koordinasyon sa panig ng LGU at ng mga eskwelahan dahil ang LGUs daw po ang nagpo-procure nung pinapakain para sa ating mga kabataan. On other developments, we're pleased to announce that the exports of electronics products recorded a 5.5% growth, reaching $2.98 billion worth of export receipts in April 28, compared to $2.82 billion of the same period last year, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority. Similarly, the semiconductor and electronic industries in the Philippine Foundation, Inc. reported a 3.3% growth in the cumulative electronics exports for the period of January to April 2018, reaching an amount of $11.75 billion compared to $11.38 billion for the same period last year. And good news, the outlook for the Philippine economy continues to be strong. According to Debt Watcher Standard & Poor Global Ratings, the country is well poised to achieve a growth rate of 6.5% over the next few years. S&P attributed this to the country's very favorable demographics, composed of effective and young Filipino workforce. The S&P also took note of the Duterte administration's Build, Build, Build program, along with its stable fiscal and monetary policies to boost the country's potential growth. S&P also considered the implementation of the train as a factor improving the country's public finances and balancing growth. And finally, magandang balita po sa magsasaka ng Iligan City, Isabela. Ngayong araw ay Ilagan City, Isabela. Ngayong araw ay pasisinayaan. Ano ba ito? Ngayong araw ay pasisinayaan ang pagbubukas ng Pasa Small Reservoir Irrigation Project sa Barangay Pasa, Iligan City. Ilagan City. Oh, mahirap talaga yung transition to English-Tagalog, no? Ang patubig na ito ay pinondohan ng tulong ng grant mula sa Korean International Cooperation Agency. According to the NIA, the project will help in achieving the government's program in food self-sufficiency through the provision of additional 766 hectares. This will increase the paddy rice by 8,629.20 metric tons annually, equivalent to 98.037 million. It also features fish culture that can produce 2,550 metric ton of fish, which means additional income for the farmers and other residents in the area. So, information overload. Questions, please.
Dexter Ganibe.
Sec, good morning.
Good morning,
Doon sa isang
Dexter.
pahayag nyo, binanggit na yung high-profile killings ay bahagi ng mga hakbang para maibaba ang tiwala ng taong bayan kay Pangulong Duterte. Tanong ko po, sino sa tingin ng palasyo ang nasa likod nitong mga high-profile killings
Well,
na
let's just-
gusto ibaba ang tiwala?
Alam mo, ang tingin ko naman talaga dyan, itong mga patayan nito, no? Nagsimula naman yan dati pa. Hindi po yan bago. Ulitin ko po, nung panahon ni PGMA, nagkaroon na ng deklarasyon si Philip Alston na talagang may paglabag sa karapatang mabuhay dahil kinakailangan bigyan nga ng remedyo yung mga biktima. So sa akin po, importante na panindigan ng Estado yung kanyang obligasyon na talagang bigyan ng katarungan yung mga biktima dahil kung hindi, paulit-ulit po itong mga patayan na ito, kinakailangan ibalik talaga yung takot sa puso at isipan ng mga pumapatay. So yun na lang po.
Kasi nung a day after na kasi na napatay si Tanawan City Mayor Halili, may mga lumabas na may mga interview siya at binabanggit na galit sa kanya yung partidong nilisan niya dahil yung kanya pagsuporta kay Pangulong Duterte nung halalan 2016.
Well, hayaan na po natin na mag-imbestiga. Politika po siyempre isang aspeto na tinitignan sa pagpatay dyan sa Mayor ng Tanawan at Mayor dyan sa General Tino. No? So hindi po natin maaalis yon sa investigasyon ng ating kapulisan. Pero isa lang po yan sa iba't iba pang aspeto na iniimbestigahan ng ating kapulisan.
Sa tingin niyo po ba may kinalaman dito ang oposisyon?
Well, napakahirap po mag-speculate. Gaya nga po kahapon o yung last press briefing natin, I refuse to speculate even on the gun use. It turns out it wasn't a sniper rifle, it was an Armalite. No? So I will not speculate po on a matter that is a subject of a live criminal investigation.
Thank you, sir.
Hamarisal Halili.
Hi sir, good morning. Sir, aside dun sa ulap, yung League of Municipalities, nagre-request din sila ng dialogue with the President. Is Malacañang open to this request, sir?
Subject to availability, of course, no? And in fact, that was also the request of ULAP because they have not even taken their oath before the president, apparently, no? But we said it's subject to availability. We will accommodate both. Pero ang LMP kasi, nagkaroon na ng pagkakataon na makasama ang presidente sa Manila Hotel, no? In their last convention, no? Pero kung ang topic is the killing of mayors, this was also addressed by ULAP kasi ULAP is the broader coalition and mayors is specifically for municipal mayors, no? Samantalang ULAP is composed of all local officials, no, elected officials.
So subject for availability. But sir, I think pero open for
Yes, of course. Yes, of
possibilities.
course. Kaya nga po nagkaroon na ng pangunang consultation sa panig ng ULAP at saka ni Secretary Anyo and Chief Albayalde, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, no? So alam na natin initially kung ano yung mga immediate concerns ng ating mga locally elected officials.
I think, sir, one of their concerns also, ibalik daw sa mga mayors yung supervision ng police because I understand marami sa kanila yung natanggalan because included sila doon sa narco list. So, what do you think of this, sir?
Well, lumabas din po yan sa kanilang consultation, no? In fact, ang gusto ng mga local officials ngayon magkaroon sila ng partisipasyon dun sa vetting para sa narco lists kasi sila naman alam din nila kung sino talaga yung mga involved sa kanilang mga lugar, no? At yan naman po ipag-aaralan. Ang alam natin ngayon ay nagkakaroon na ng central database, no? At PDEA will take the lead in the central database for narco lists or narco personalities, no? So patungo na po tayo sa direksyon na yon.
Sir, last, ano po yung instruction ni Presidente patungkol po dito sa magkakasunod na killings ng mayors?
Imbestigahan at hulihin ang mga pumapatay, no? Yan po ang malinaw na instruction ni Presidente. And to the credit of General Albayalde, mabilis pong gumalaw si General Albayalde sa lahat ng patayan, whether be it patayan ng pare, pagpatay sa media, or pagpatay sa mga mayor. Hands-on po siya. For a PNP chief, I'm surprised that he personally supervises the investigation of these killings. So when you talk to him about it, he knows the exact status of the investigations.
In Andolong.
On the narco list, sir, since nabanggit niyo po kanina that ULAP members expressed their concerns about the vetting process nga po, I'm wondering what the DILG Secretary and the PNP chief said about the list, these so-called narco lists. Did they stand by the veracity of these lists?
They in fact did, and they said that there are improvements in the manner the PIDEA now maintains the list. No? Ang gusto lang mangyari ng ULAP, magkaroon sila ng partisipasyon dun sa vetting bago mailagay ang pangalan ng isang locally elected official dahil sabi nila, may mga political reasons din why some would want some names to appear. No? And they also want a role kung merong pangalan na pinapaalis sa narco list. No? Wala namang commitment na naibigay, pero of course this is being considered by both the DILG and the PNP.
So the officials stood by the veracity of those already in the list. Kasi sabi nyo, yung bago mailagay, yun yung gusto nilang mag-take part ngayon.
At saka bago maalis, gusto rin nilang magkaroon ng partisipasyon.
Okay. But you also mentioned that they also sought clarification on any process na maaaring i-take, if they want to be taken out of the list. So there is such a process. Meron ganong proseso.
Well, they asked that they should be consulted on any process then that would lead to a name being cleared. So they want to be involved in the preparation of the list and in removing the name of anyone already found in the list. I guess they want to be consulted.
So it's possible that they be taken out as long as they follow that process?
Well, there is at least one instance, Governor Espino, who has been taken out of the list, no? And I think he's not the only one.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Joseph Morong?
So just as a follow-up, which brings us to the point, how did the government come up again with the narco list?
Well, from what I understand, no, because this is something that I also asked them when I was in Congress, no, they have now moved towards a central database for all narco personalities. So apparently, all agencies now coordinate with PIDEA because PIDEA has the mandate under the law to implement the Dangerous Drugs Act. All intelligence information are now submitted to PIDEA, and it is incumbent upon PIDEA now to verify these intelligence reports.
Okay, so it will be PIDEA who's parang clearinghouse, no?
Yes, because PIDEA, by law, takes the lead in the implementation of the law.
Okay, so with regard to Mayor Halili, do we still maintain that he is linked to drug trade?
Factually, he's in the narco list.
Okay. Kasi po yung may statement yata si Senator Lacson kanina in the press conference that the family does not believe that and they believe that the government may have something to do with the killing.
Well, that's a speculation.
Question?
Unfounded at that. Because apparently, iba't ibang aspeto ngayon ang lumalabas sa pag-imbestiga kay Halili and meron pa ring aspeto na yun na nga, no, it's still born out of the drug trade. That's one of the angles that they're looking at. Although meron pang dalawang anggulo, politika at negosyo.
Sir, yun bang drug narco list, can you consider this as a kill list?
No. Because there's no mandate to kill them.
Crisose?
Sir, nabanggit nyo na para matakot yung mga tao na gumawa ng krimen. Do you think, sir, it's about time na ibalik ang death penalty?
The president believes in the death penalty. But he believes in the, especially for big-time drug offenses. No? I think that has been the consistent position of the president.
Sir, misked na po ba kung bibisita ang Pangulo sa burol ni Mayor Bote?
Wala pa pong balita at wala pa po sa schedule.
Thank you po.
Follow-up?
But in fairness, no one is accusing the government for the killing of Mayor Bote because he is an administration ally.
Hi sir, good morning. Sir, magmula noong
Yes,
2016, ilang beses na naglabas ng narco list yung administrasyon. sa dami po ng nakalagay doon, ilan na po yung nakasuhan, ilan na po yung nahuli, ilan na yung nakulong, ilan na yung namatay. Kasi po puro narcolist yung pinag-uusapan, pero parang wala naman pong ganun kabilis na aksyon yung gobyerno. Unlike po dun sa mga street users, street peddlers na mabilis po silang namamatay or naaaresto ng otoridad.
Aalamin ko po yan kasi meron naman tayong facts and figures. No? So, i-request ko sa facts and figures na i-include yung datos na yan.
Sir, thank you.
May follow-up? Julie, follow-up ba? Other issue? Joseph, okay.
Just for the record, sir, what then is the purpose of the narcolist?
Of course, it's part of law enforcement. These are individuals whom law enforcement agencies must closely monitor. If there's sufficient evidence, they should be charged. If there's not sufficient evidence, then this should lead to case build-up. Okay?
Other issue? RJ, Julie? To be followed by RJ.
Sir, yesterday sa command conference, na-discuss po ba kay President Duterte yung killings of the 2 mayors recently?
It was part and parcel of the report rendered by the PNP. The format of the case of the command conference is the PNP will render its report, the AFP will render its report. PNP focuses on drugs and other crimes, whereas the AFP focuses on terrorist groups as well as threat from external forces, no, including status of disputed territories. No? So it was taken as part and parcel of that.
Did he have any particular insight on the issue?
Wala naman po because ang nai-report nga lang is alam na nila na 5.56 ba yung sharpnel yung nakuha, no? So indicating that the weapon used was Armalite and not a sniper rifle as people speculated earlier.
RJ?
Sir, sabi ng CPP, imposible daw po yung localized peace talks kasi nagkakaisa naman daw po yung CPP, NDF, tsaka NPA.
Let me be very clear. No? I know some of you get frustrated because you always want me to comment on every time Joe Maciso says anything. I'm not under compulsion to comment on anything Joe says. Now that peace talks are not being held, he's completely irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. So, Joe Macison can say anything he wants. That's his opinion. He's even living 10,000 miles away. So I don't see how he can even be relevant. But I know that local government officials have been conducting localized peace talks resulting in surrenders. That's why bulk of the surrenderies that we have, particularly in the Davao region, is a result of negotiations between the fighters themselves and the local government units. So, paumanhin po, but it will now be a policy. Dededmahin ko na yun si Joe Macison because he ceased to be relevant now that wala na tayong peace talks. If I were to comment, I'm going to make news out of their propaganda. So I will let it remain as propaganda. Considering the fact that in their propaganda, the president will only stay until October 18. So the president nga was joking, ba't pa tayo magpapatuloy dyan? Hanggang October 18 lang naman pala ako according to Joe Macison. Sabi ko nga, for the past 60 years, sinasabi na niya, mabubuwag na niya yung gobyerno. No? So anyway, that's how we should treat statements from the CPP and PA. If they had their way, the president's last day would be October 18. No one in their right mind believes that.
Sir, yung meeting sa July 12, sino-sino po yung involved doon?
Cabinet Cluster on Security.
Okay, thank you.
Pia Gutierrez.
Sir, what caused the president to change his mind on the resumption of the peace talks?
He didn't. Well, it wasn't really a change of mind. No, remember, he asked for time to review all the talks, and he was surprised that they were insisting that it be held in Norway. Kasi nga paulit-ulit ng imbitasyon niya, umuwi ka dito. I guarantee your safety. I guarantee that I will even feed and house your troops. You will choose an area where you will be encamped for the duration of the peace talks. So he doesn't see why the talks have to be held abroad. And yesterday, we were briefed on the different agreements that were entered into. And he stuck by his decision. No? I'm open to peace talks, but it has to be conducted here. and under the conditions that the president has imposed. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying that you should cease with the revolutionary taxes, collection of revolutionary taxes, because after all, that's why the government will provide for their daily needs, no? So bakit pa siya mangungulekta, no? Ang nangyayari tuloy, parang robbery in banda ang nangyayari dyan, no? They don't really have forces, pero they have small bands extracting money from businesses and industries. Otherwise, susunugin ng mga makinarya, aatakihin, no? So yan po ang mga pangyayari, no? So patuloy pa rin ang paghangad ng kapayapaan ng ating presidente, pero hindi naman po pwede na sila pa magdidikta kung paano tayo makakarating sa kapayapaan.
Pero sir, based sa mga pronouncements ni Joma Sison, there's no way that the CPP-NPA will agree to conducting the peace talks here in the Philippines. May compromise po bang nakikita si President Duterte?
Wala po. Tutuloy tayo sa localized peace talks. Matitignan po natin kung ang tao na palang 30 anyos na atang wala sa Pilipinas may influensya pa sa troops on the ground.
Last na, sir, you mentioned, sir, yung threat na October 18. How is the government taking this?
We're laughing at it. But of course, the president says, oh, yun naman pala eh. Bakit gusto mo pa makipag-usap? Bubugin mo naman pala ako by October 18. So people, again, as a matter of policy, I will really not comment anymore on anything that Joma Sison says because let it remain in the propaganda page of the CPP-NPA.
Sir, you're laughing because you don't see any capability of the
Kayo
communist
naman, 60 anyos na nga yan, nabubugin nila yung gobyerno ng Pilipinas, no? Wala naman nangyayari sa kanila. Yung mga Maoist nga sa China, iniwan na sila, naging bilyonaryo na nga yung mga idolo nila sa China eh. Kaya nga aking payo sa kanila, gayahin nyo na lang yung mga Maoist na mga taga-China, no? Magbilyonaryo na kayo, magtrabaho na kayo, magnegosyo na kayo, nang yumaman kayo gaya ng mga kasama nyo sa China. They're the world's last Maoist, I think, together with the Maoist Party of Nepal. And that's not a reason to be proud of.
Rose Novenario.
Ay, sir, follow-up lang po. Sir, may statement na latest si Chairman Sison na hindi naman daw po, tinatanggi niya yung October ouster plan na sinasabi ng AFP. Allegedly, imbento lang daw ito ng AFP at parang niluluto daw po yung isang senaryo para magdeklara ng nationwide martial law yung administrasyon.
Titingnan natin kung magdedeklara ng nationwide martial law. Paulit-ulit na nga sinabi ng presidente, problematic talaga yung nationwide martial law. If he wanted to, he could have. And we all know that.
So
But he did
categorical statement po, hindi magdedeklara ng
Wala
nationwide
pong
martial
plano
law?
magdeklara ng nationwide martial law ang ating presidente. Sinabi na po niya yan, problematic po yan.
Thank you po.
Ina.
Sir, a quick one. Si Secretary Doreza mentioned that binanggit din daw po ni Pangulo that he wants Norway to continue facilitating the talk. So how will that happen if nandito sa kung dito po gusto rin ni Pangulo ang magiging peace talks?
We're just saying that the Norwegians can help any which way they want.
Any which way they want. So are they going to be still facilitator, the third-party facilitator?
Well, hindi ko po alam kung anong magiging partisipasyon nila. But sinabi ko rin po yan nung una kong press briefing and I was very clear. All parties who have been involved can continue to help in whatever way they want to help. They're welcome to.
So can you not confirm that the President does want Norway to keep that role as mentioned by Secretary Doreza in a statement?
Let's just say that the President did not dispute that the Norwegians can be third-party facilitator, but there was no outright statement that they will continue to be third-party facilitator. Ang sinabi lang talaga is anyone can help in the process if they want. If the Norwegians can help in localized peace talks, they're more than welcome to do so.
Okay. Thank you.
Follow-up. RJ?
Hindi naman po tayo para tumanggi sa mga tulong na binibigay, no? So whatever way they can help, they're welcome to help.
Follow-up ba? Joseph?
So, ibig sabihin, sir, the Norwegians can be facilitators regardless of place, right?
Kahit saan naman po pinag-uusapan yan. Iba naman po yung venue doon sa kanilang tulong, which we continue to appreciate.
Last question na tayo, RJ?
Sir, 5.2 inflation rate reaction po.
Well, we've explained this before, no? There's money going around. That's why you're bound to have inflation. There's money from the free tuition. There's money from taxes that should have paid by those earning 250,000. There's money because of economic activity spurred by the build, no? but it's not something to worry about. It's within historical amounts. It's higher than usual, but it's not something that we should be alarmed.
At may 1 peso increase din po sa jeepney fare.
Yes. So it's a result of the increase in price of petroleum. But we assure you, if the price of petroleum goes down, there will be corresponding adjustments as well. And the good news nga pala, no, is that the implementation of the Russian diesel is ongoing. The problem is we don't have enough depots, no? But I think government is encouraging the private sector to build depots now because we're really focusing on energy security.
Ralph muna, Ralph.
Sir, yung ano po, 'di ba meron pong jeepney fare increase po. Will the government push through with the train law pa rin po kasi medyo crushing na po siya sa mga mahihirap.
Gaya po ng sinabi natin, no, ang pinapatupad po ngayon ay yung mga amelioration measure. Yung 200 po na unconditional cash transfer. Yung dati po kasi conditional cash transfer. Yan yung 4 Ps na kinakailangan papuntahin sa eskwelahin, papuntahan sa health center yung mga anak. Ngayon po, unconditional. So, dinoble po natin. No? Nagkaroon ng 200. Tapos, meron ding unconditional cash transfer sa mga senior citizen. At saka yung jeepney voucher, 5,000 per unit, will be implemented this July. Yan po ang pinapatupad ng gobyerno para maibsan yung epekto ng train.
Sir, enough po ba yung 200? Kasi kung susumahin po yun, parang 4 kilos of rice lang po.
Hindi po, pero yung pagtaas naman po kasi ng mga produkto, kung hindi ka naman nagda-drive ng kotse, hindi ka rin magbabayad ng ganung kalaking excise tax sa fuel, no? So, alam namin hindi enough yun, pero kaya nga po ang tawag doon, amelioration, para maibsan.
Marisa Lalili.
Ay, sir, other issue on a lighter note. Can you confirm, sir, if Joyce Bernal will be directing the State of the Nation address?
You know, ang hirap dito sa aking, sandali, let me see if there's an answer, ha? I'm still not at liberty to confirm.
She already confirmed. She already said that in an interview, so we just would like to get a confirmation from Malacañang, sir.
Well, I just requested if I could confirm and they said not yet. Maybe because there's no signed contract yet. Oh. And you know the policy of this office, I need a document. But I heard the same. I just can't confirm because I don't have the contract, no? And I'm looking because I requested. But I heard the same, but I'm not able to confirm yet. I will confirm as soon as I have the document.
Meaning, sir, she will not do this for free.
I do not know, but there has to be a document somehow. Okay, if she's going to do work.
And sir, ano yung kakaibang pwede namin i-expect from the SONA?
Anyway, hindi pa naman SONA talaga. So next week tayo mag-SONA watch. But one difference is magkakaroon po ng pre-SONA briefings. Yung mga economic clusters that will be held in PICC. That's to give the President latitude to say whatever he wants during the SONA. Because he has already laid out his achievements, no, in the different clusters.
Sir, I understand wala pang contract si Ms. Joyce Bernal, pero why did you decide na magpalit ng director? I mean, from Brillante Mendoza for 2 consecutive sonas.
Alam mo, hindi pa nga ako nagko-confirm na Joyce Bernal eh. Siguro next week when I'm able to confirm, then we can discuss that. Ha? Pero I really asked, could I confirm? Sabi, well, not yet.
Okay, last 2 ha. Last 2. Tina, magtatanong ka ba? Joseph, sige.
Sabi niyo, sir, yung pre-SONA briefings, that's to lay out talaga yung mga technical aspects of the SONA. No? So does that mean the President will be extemporaneous in his SONA this time?
Well, I think there is still a speechwriter, but I think they want it to be a message straight from the heart of the President, not hindered by the need to report on the different achievements. No? So the different achievements will be reported by the different clusters in the different pre-SONA briefings that will be conducted.
So yun nga, sir, parang medyo free-flowing.
Well, I don't know what is meant by that. I know who's writing the speech, but I haven't actually sat down with them. So sabi ko, I need to sit down with you people and find out what exactly you will put in the speech because obviously, a major change is that there's now a pre-SONA briefing by the different clusters, no? So, naiintriga tayo lahat kung anong sasabihin ng Pangulo.
Sir, super. Sir, si Presidente said something about the pamatong petition before the Supreme Court during the anniversary of the Solgen. Of course, he's being sarcastic about it. But do you think that that petition can prosper in the Supreme Court?
Well, I'm not party to that. I think it's a far shot. I think it's not the right venue to begin with because the president is an elective official and the Constitution says that all controversies for the president and the vice president must be filed in the Presidential Electoral Tribunal.
Sir, yung hugpong ba, si Presidente will transfer there or is it a regional party?
I have no information, but right now, upon what they had filed with the COMELEC, it's a regional party.
Okay. So last
But
question.
the president has said, kasi yung hugpong yan, amin talaga yan. Yan yung local party niya sa Davao City, hugpong.
Last question kay Eileen Taliping. Patanong daw kay Spoke, bakit nagtatrabaho pa ang mga suspended officials ng ERC? Kailan sila papalitan?
Well, if there is no TRO against the second suspension, I think some of them are lawyers. They know that is usurpation of authority. No? If there is really a TRO, if there is really a suspension without a TRO from the Court of Appeals, at least they should know that there is a crime possibly being committed by them.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Harry Roque. Thank you, Malacañang Press Corps. Back to our main studio
See
sa
you
Radyo.
on Monday.
Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.